It is.
Okay.
Welcome to Toffee TV. We're live. So if you're watching, welcome. Welcome to the Daily Extra live. The Daily Extra live. We do this most days on Patreon. We'll be doing it all summer. Hopefully at 5 o'clock every day, except for Fridays, because we have Friday off. Where we talk about the extra stuff. So if you want to get in touch with us, any comments from today about anything we spoke about or anything from yesterday, then let us know. Let us know in the comments. So Yerry Mina today has been, well, the FA said they're essentially gonna have a little look, aren't they? Of he's done a video in Colombia.
It's a good video.
It is. It is a good video.
He seems to dance. He seems to dance a bit in it and stuff like that. So you can't argue with him.
He's done a bet. He's done a betting video for and he says he didn't know anything about it, didn't know the rules, which is fine. He might have known the rules. He said he took the video down straight away, although you can still find it on YouTube from the original company who it's a betting for. But I just find it really, I just find it really funny that for a player who plays for a team that has a gambling sponsor on the front, that he gets punished for being in a gambling advert. I just find that really, really pathetic from the FA.
Well, especially when Wolves are sponsored by a gambling company. Sky Bet sponsor the Football League.
Yeah.
The FA, England have betting partners. So it is all a little bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit strange. I mean, if you want to ban gambling in football, then do it across the board. Do it across the board. I'm not sure you can pick and choose who you. Well, I mean, where the FA are concerned, you can in terms of banning our players for things. They do seem to pick and choose, and where offsides are given, they seem to pick and choose who suffers or who doesn't. But there you go. Yeah, a bit weird. What can you do? A bit weird. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, I personally think he'll probably get some sort of slap on the wrist. And we'll take it from there, but it is a little bit weird. Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I can't see it being a massive thing. I think they might just take it all into consideration and then
got to, haven't he?
Do nothing with it. Before we go any further, big thanks to Score Draw. They sent us the shirt. Loads of comments, nice comments about them. Classics, aren't they? Classic. 92. First Everton home kit in the Premier League. This is, of course, the 94 away shirt. Obviously, 95 had the danker on it. Vinny Samways lifting the trophy. So, big thanks to Score Draw, who do all Everton's retro shirts. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Hopefully more new ones coming out soon. Because you can't beat a retro shirt, can you? No. Especially the good thing about a retro shirt is that, like, you get a new kit every year, and you know, you go for the next kit, you know. But when it's a retro, you can just wear it whenever. You just buy it and know that you can wear it whenever. Yeah. Safe in the knowledge.
Fozzie 1878 on the Yerry Mina thing said the advert is class and the FA should take that into account.
You sure the dancers in the advert?
If you're dancing, then
you're big Yeza dancing.
Yeza, yeah.
No, that should all be taken into consideration.
Blue Everton F.C. We're gonna have a party when Everton win the FA Cup. We are, or when we win the cup. Well, we are.
Biggest party ever in the history of the world.
Steve Kelly said, I think it's because it's illegal to advertise betting in Colombia. Well,
is it?
Well, if it is,
what's that got to do with the FA?
Then it's nothing to do with the FA, has it? So they need to butt out. Ian Clark, Beth Victor sponsor the RS. They do.
They don't.
The training stuff.
They don't.
They did do.
They did do.
Oh, they don't do that.
No.
Oh, they changed it. Yeah.
No, but you're right. A lot of clubs get sponsored. A lot of clubs get, you know, all kinds of sponsors. You know, Southampton has signed a new sponsorship today with a Chinese company that, no idea. Just, you know,
that's the name of them.
Yeah, no idea.
Interesting.
So it's this. The point being is, gambling is not illegal. Gambling sponsors aren't illegal. If they were illegal, then I could understand. If the player had been caught making 60, 70 bets, I could understand it. I just can't quite understand the hypocrisy of allowing football sponsors to be betting companies, and when a player goes and does it, then you there's some kind of it's ridiculous. It just really is ridiculous. You know, you warn the player of his responsibilities. You tell him not to do it again. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, if you're a footballer and you know the rules, why would you then flagrantly go and break the rules? You wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't. The world is too small now. We see everything that goes on in every country. You know, Robert De Niro's doing an advert for Warburton's. It's the kind of world we live in now.
He's been doing it for a while.
Robert De Niro? Yeah. Doing Warburton adverts?
Sure he has.
No, he hasn't. Stallone did one, and the Muppets did one. But De Niro was not doing Warbies.
Okay.
And I wouldn't buy
Is he doing it now?
Is he doing it? Right, I don't know. He's doing it soon.
Okay, well there you go.
What are you logged into here?
I'm logged into literally the worst.
But what's the Wi-Fi you're logged into? That's because it's upstairs.
Okay,
right?
so we're...
Oh,
is that working now? Oh my God. I mean, literally, we spoke the other day. You said, yeah, I can't get in.
No, it's a different day.
Well, there you go.
Today is...
You know what?
Today is a new day.
Well, you know what?
Today is a new day.
You were all about communication earlier in the season when you were moaning. So communicate. That's simple.
Look, perfect.
I mean, that's good Wi-Fi. Sorry, I was still on the Wi-Fi that Man City were using yesterday to win the title.
It doesn't even make the sense.
It doesn't make sense, but I've put it in.
You just wanted to drop it in.
Well, EFC9 said Tottenham's new ground is boss, but yesterday in the concourse was even better. Limbs everywhere when City scored.
I did see that. Yeah.
City got a corner and everyone else started shouting Everton, Everton as if we got it. There you go.
It did looked impressive, didn't it?
It did.
That ground does look impressive.
KJCA says, just by coincidence, I'm wearing my retro Everton shirt watching this.
It's not by coincidence though, is it? You just knew. You knew that we would.
Maybe it was like some mind science.
Mind science.
You know. Butty 64, Gomez and Zuma going to stay. Chelsea need to offload a few, so we may have a shout. But he's been that good for us that they may want to keep him, at least for Europe. Gomez is settled.
But I mean, for me, I think Zuma might be one of those ones that goes across the summer, and we've spoke about this before. When do Everton decide to cut the losses and say, like, we need to move on to another target? I don't think Zuma's got in a year's time, I can't see Zuma being the starting centre-back for Chelsea. I just can't. They'd rather go and buy someone new and fresh, and it opens up all kinds of, you know, shit avenues and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? You know, they like new shiny stuff. So I don't think he will. So it's up to him. Do I think he'd like to be at Everton? Maybe, but maybe he wants to explore what his future is at Chelsea first. Gomez is a little bit different because I'm not. I just think if he goes away from the club for a couple of weeks, then he could end up anywhere. But listen, we've done our best, haven't we? We've done our best. I'm sure we'll offer him, in terms of transfer fee, the same as what Spurs will, or whoever else. Wages possibly the same. It'll come down to him. And you know, Tottenham go to him and say, we can offer you Champions League football and this and that and the other, then why wouldn't he sign for Tottenham? That's just realistic. I think we'll do everything we can. That'll be the difference. We'll compete with other clubs, but if other clubs can offer them Champions League football, then ultimately they'll go and play Champions League football.
Yeah, I mean, Zuma doesn't owe us anything. Well, neither of them owe us anything, do they? Really. And if it is a pure football decision in terms of can you win trophies or can you play in the highest level, then maybe they'll take that decision. I think us as a fan base want them to look and go, I've had such a good time there and the team are doing well. I want to stay and see what we can build. That's what we hope. Footballers might look at it slightly differently and go, yeah, but are we going to be able to build? Who knows? But I think Gomez is slightly different than Zuma, but even so, it's still one of them, isn't it? It's a flip of a coin on both of them.
Both players are on loan, so both players Marcel Brands will be looking at other players in their position, knowing full well that they've got to be replaced.
Yeah.
And that's the way you got to look at it. The short-term fixes that could become long-term, but brands can't think of it like that. He's got to think that these players could go, and he's got to have alternatives. Got to. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing his job properly. So we'll wait and see. It's, you know, we all, I think, want them to be Everton players because we have that emotional attachment to them now. Marcel Brands doesn't have an emotional attachment to them. He just goes out and does what he needs to do.
I also think we want them to be Everton players though, because they're in to the groove of things. They know how things work and they're part of the team, so they have gone full Madonna. Will Cook, do you think anyone will be called up from the under 23s?
No.
Nope.
No, I don't think so. I don't. Josh Bowler's probably the only one who looks like he's got something about him in terms of playing in the Premier League, but
not about Lewis Gibson.
No, he's a couple of years away.
Is he?
Yeah, he's only like 18.
Yeah, he's only 18.
He's got a couple of years, and he needs to cut that hair as well.
Feeney.
I think Morgan needs a loan, and I very rarely say that.
No.
I think he just needs to. I think he needs to go maybe the Championship and be knocked around a little bit, just to see what he's got.
Yeah. Looks like he needs a few McDonald's as well to me.
Maybe not McDonald's, but definitely needs to get, you know, on the power shake.
Go and have a look at John Stones, how he's filled out.
Yeah.
More weight, whatever.
I mean, he's not
never go full Lukaku, by the way.
He's not big in terms of like. You know, he's just yeah, like you said, he's strong. If he has to go in for a battle, he'll win it. I think Feeney probably have to do that as well.
All right, James Dunlop, apart from Zuma and Gomez, who's your number one target for the summer?
I couldn't give you a name, but a centre forward. Have to be centre forward, but I couldn't give you a name.
I like the look of Jean-Kevin Augustine at Leipzig because I think we could get him. He's young enough to be shaped as well, 21. But there's a few around if you look. Haller's very good at Frankfurt, but whether you get him. But all Batshuayi, EFC, FIFA Beast, smashing performance from the lads going into next season. He wants Wan-Bissaka, Batshuayi and Ruben Neves. I don't think we're getting any of them, but would you have Batshuayi?
No, not for the money.
No.
Not for that kind of money.
Chris Scott, why isn't James McFadden getting any game time?
The manager doesn't think he's physically up to the job, probably, I'd imagine. Probably doesn't think he's lost a little bit. So you've got to trust the manager, haven't you? If you go all in, you've got to say that we're thinking of him as the player he was. We haven't thought about the player he actually is.
James McFadden.
James McFadden. I thought you said James McCarthy.
No, James McFadden. And you're going full into it in depth.
I thought you said James McCarthy.
That was brilliant.
Sorry.
G. Carlin, what are your jobs? This is our job. G. Carlin again, fan from Cyprus, me and add another 2 to 3, maybe I'm spreading the word. Good, keep spreading it. Jeff Hughes, what are your thoughts about the Reds? Does your hatred of the Reds define your love for the Blues? Or are you reluctantly accepting that they beat us by 43 points and deserve some?
You're not Evertonian. Jeff
Right,
Hughes, you're not
right.
Evertonian.
Well, if he is or he's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah, they deserve praise because they've been
You're just not getting it on here.
No, listen, they've been very, very good. You can't argue with that. They've lost one game all season. So fair play to them. Ultimately, they've been beaten by one of the greatest teams in Premier League era, and that's the way it is. So there you go. Favourite Samuel Thornton-Leach favourite retro shirt of the 80s.
The 80s?
Mine, one we won the league in. Quite simply, because it's amazing. Where are we up to? Dave Parkinson, Barry on.
That
is right, Dave.
That message got held for review.
I know.
I think it's because it's got Horn in the title.
Really? That's incredible. Chris Chappell, do you think if Silva doesn't get what he wants, he'll be off?
No. Why would he be off?
I was just asking you.
No, I know. Well, I'm answering the question. Why would he be off?
Just because
he's in the best job of his life. Where's he going to go?
I don't know. Just
Evertonians need to get rid of this fear that we have about people leaving the club, right? Just forget about it. If players leave, they leave.
We saw the manager.
If the manager leaves, then it's because we get rid of him. or he goes to a top job, which means he's doing a good job.
Joe Fairfield, any clue when we'll see the new kit?
Yeah.
Well, they've done the
Say no more.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Soon. Martin Sheridan, what was the new ground like? Very good. Not arguing, guys, but Betfix still has LFC as a principal partner on their betting. Maybe they do. I'm quite sure they do. Liverpool have about 40 betting partners, don't they?
Every club has a betting partner, of course they do. But Liverpool's new training gear is sponsored by AXA. It's not Betfix anymore.
Well, I think he might have just meant.
Every club has. I mean, you brought up Liverpool. I'm just telling you how it is. Every club has a betting sponsor, of course they do. For a time, we had like 3 different ones. We had last year we've had Daft the Bet, while we had William Hill, while we had what we've got now. So,
okay, Jack Fairling, are you looking forward to VAR next season? Do you think it'll make a difference, or will refs just overrule it for top 6 decisions like they do now?
Stop with the paranoia, right? VAR will...
Well, Chris Chappell says it'll only work for some teams.
It won't.
So everyone's on that.
It'll work for every team. Stop with this paranoia. It will work.
You know what this has come from, right? People like Dermot Gallagher reviewing something and saying things like, well, yeah, that still would have been given with VAR. That's where it's come from, where we know the reality actually isn't that, because the reality is it's made by a referee looking at a decision with other referees in his ear. He can look at that on the Monday. What you've got to remember with Gallagher is, A, he's a shitbag, and B, all he does on a Monday is back the referees up, even when the decisions are horrendously wrong. He backs them up because he's an absolute
He's also not a modern referee.
And no, he's a beaut. So, there you go. Dave Parkinson, what do you think on Schneiderlin? Good performances last month or so. Does he have to go due to his wages and not likely to be in the first 11? I think in terms of Schneiderlin, we got to look at 2 things with it. A, is he happy playing his role in the squad, and his role at the moment, or if the squad was the same next season, his role would basically be on the bench, I think, wouldn't it? And it would, I think. If Gomez stays and Garner stayed, he'd be sub.
The point being is, if the manager gives him a fair crack of the whip,
but I think personally he'd still be sub. And secondly, it's that bit, do we want to pay that kind of wages for someone who is a sub? That's what it'll come down to, I think. And brands will look at that. Brands will look and go, well, if we get an offer of, say it's Marseille, and the players is like, well, yeah, actually, I think Everton would be like that. See you, kid, straight out the door. I do.
I don't mind him staying.
But I'll be happy if he stays, because he's a very good squad player when he's on it like he is at the moment. Danny Hayes, what's your opinions on low allocations for fans of clubs that get to finals? There's a lot I hate about modern football. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It should be. Well, this is what I think personally, right? Champions League finals shouldn't be played in stadiums less than 80,000. They shouldn't. They just shouldn't, because clubs who get to finals of Champions League finals generally have a lot of fans. That's just the way it is. And Europa League shouldn't be any less than 60. I'm sick of all these shite grounds getting Europa League finals and then getting a terrible allocation. It should be.
But hang on, doesn't Baku hold 68,000 as well?
Well, UEFA came out last week, didn't he, and said on the allocation, and said we base this on the average attendances we've had tickets sent back in the past. So what? Deal with it then.
Well, Liverpool and Tottenham get 32,000 of 68,000. That's what they're getting for the Champions League final. Chelsea and Arsenal get 12,000 of a 68,000 or 64,000.
Because that's because the Europa League rules are different, because they're saying.
Well, they said they don't want that many people travelling because it's difficult to get there. That's what they've said. That's their official
line. Then?
Nonsense.
So what it should be is, what they should do is, they should say, right, so say it's an 80,000 ground, right? They should say, right, 30,000 one end, 30,000 the other end. The bid in between is 20,000, 10 on each side, and
there for corporate.
And that's it. And because this is what'll happen. Liverpool and Tottenham fans, Arsenal and Chelsea fans will still get the tickets. The difference is they will get them through the black market, and they will pay stupid money for them, but they'll still get them, because football fans will always want to, especially English football fans, will always want to go to finals. Why wouldn't you? And they will. And all it'll lead to is problems on the day. It'll lead to issues with fans themselves. It'll lead to issues with... Every time you see it, you'll see these companies saying we can do package deals. you know, for Madrid it'll be £2,000, £3,000, and people will pay. And who's to say some of them might be scams, and people end up losing. And all we'll see is Compo face in the Echo, won't we? That's all we'll see is Compo face.
Right, let's move on. Happy as hell is right, lads. Thanks for keeping me entertained during a 3,000 word essay. Can you still write that essay while listening to us?
What's going on Patreon?
I'll check in a minute. John Novell, I trust Brands and Silva, whether it's Gomez and Zuma or it's someone else. That's it though, isn't it? That's the thing, we've got to trust them.
I think it's hard because I think once we get through this summer and we understand how Brands works, we're all taking it as blind faith at the moment, aren't we? That we all look at Brands and we all think he knows what he's doing, and we all go back to last year, the deadline day signings that he brought in, and how he did with that. This summer's going to be the first time that we're going to have a chance to see how Brands actually works with a year behind them of watching the team, of understanding what the team needs, and him doing that work. And it's down to I think if we in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, Everton get a couple in, and we go right, we've done these deals, these are in for this player and that player, then everyone straight away will go, this fella knows what he's doing. We've agreed terms with this player, we've agreed terms with that player, and they're coming in. And then maybe it might be a little bit longer before maybe another one comes in. And I think that if we do that, when we get to the end of the summer, we'll all go, that's how he works. At the moment, we're all just, I think everyone's a little bit like, we don't know, we're not sure, we don't know what kind of play. Is he going to go route one and go for the big name? You know, is he going to go for someone we don't know and with all the hipsters go, oh, he's amazing. Are we going to beat other clubs because we got in there early? That's what we're going to find out in the next couple of months.
I agree. Everton Viking, first manager in ages who truly is a go home and away against every team we play with relative success against most top 6 sides. And he says the meaner stuff is ridiculous. He should get a warning at most. On him though, despite the mistake yesterday, I thought he did well. If he stays fit, he could be a beast for us. Physically a monster at both ends. I think we both agree with that, don't we?
Yeah.
It's that he could be very good for us. He needs games, there's no question about it. John Byrne,
really deep.
It is John Byrne saying to me, tell you that communication is important, which I told you before. And Lucas, would you guys prefer if we signed an established centre forward for next season, or should we go down the route of bringing in someone unknown to develop? These are all on Patreon. What would you prefer? An established centre forward or someone we can develop? I'd like someone we can develop who scores goals, basically.
I'd like an established centre forward, but someone who can score goals.
Okay, North Korea, can we segue our way into the top 6?
And literally on a segue.
On a segue. And do you know anything about young Ellis Sims? Forget Ellis Sims. Signed a professional contract. He's about development. The top 6.
Can we get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, Jay Smith J. What about Ongekuru? Is he still a flip of a coin at the moment?
Get him back. Get him into get a work permit. Get him into the squad. Get him into pre-season and see where he is and see what he does and what he's capable of. He's definitely an option. He's an option from the left. He can play centrally, but I think the only way they're going to find out is by actually getting him. No one at this club has actually watched them in training yet. He's never trained. He's come in and done physio work when he's done his knee.
Never seen him.
I don't think he's ever because he can't train over here, obviously. But did he go to a German camp for like 5 minutes once or something? Because he could, I don't know. But
who knows?
He's never been to like Finch Farm, I don't think, to train because he's not allowed to.
He's been in Finch Farm but not to train.
Yeah, physio.
Stalwart would make it a successful season next season, a trophy. Dave Parkinson, indeed. Hang on, where are we? Can you bring back Retro Rewatch? We might do a few of them in the summer.
Yeah, but definitely.
On Patreon, Joe, definitely.
It's what we can get away with on YouTube, even though they go on unlisted. You put a lot of work to them, and then you find YouTube's like, you can't have that, and you can't. I mean, it's fair enough because a lot of it's like copyrighted stuff, but it's not. It's on paywalls.
It is. Where are we? James Gavo? Do you want to keep Adamola? Yes or no?
I'd like to, but I want to see more out of him. It's as simple as that. He's got to give more.
Okay, Lewis Caddick, would you take Lukaku back if the price was right?
I'd take him back if the weight was right.
Someone's put he needs to be on the slim fast. Peter Derbyshire, how many players do we think we need for next season?
11. Typically.
Stop it. How many bringing in? You mean?
I don't know. It's. Do you want to flood the? You want to flood the team again, or do you want to? It depends who goes. If we lose the 2 loan players and guys off, then we need 3 before we've even started.
Okay, Jake Smith, thoughts on getting Welbeck, Tammy Abraham, or waiting on DCL? No to Welbeck. Tammy Abraham, not sure. And we need someone with Dom.
Would Tammy Abraham get in any of the teams in the top 6?
Yeah, that's got to be the question now, isn't it? What we're going for.
That's the question.
The FC, what striker do you want us to sign? A mobile one who can score goals. That kid didn't come out till 92, 93. Surely that's what we said.
That's what we said. First kid.
Yeah. If you could make one sign.
It came out the year before.
Who would it be?
Came out in 91. That kid.
Okay.
What was that?
If you could make one sign, who would it be? Care to me?
One sign.
Or realistically, I think he means anyone. Realistically, though. A Cardi.
The Corey.
Oh, good shout. What is Ped's emotional attachment to drunk Gaza and this stint at Goodison?
Drunk Gaza? That's not very nice, is it? What is my emotional attachment? I don't have any emotional attachment to Paul Gascoigne. The only one I'd say is when we played I was at Bolton. You were at Bolton when he scored this one and only goal. I was at the game against Leyton Orient as well when he had a worldie in that one. But the game against Bolton away was special. It was like seeing a little thing of Gaza. Like a lot of people might be old enough, but Gaza was absolutely unreal, sublime footballer, and it was just like getting it was like almost like when we got him. It was almost like when we got Etu in a way. It was like you were getting. Etu had more to him than Gaza because he looked after himself. It was just age that was catching up to him. But that day when he scored that goal, I just only wish I just wish that had been the winning goal in that game. Michael Wickett's got a goal in the last minute, didn't he? So, which really
ruined it.
Pissed me off.
Joe Briggs, is Dean as good as Prime Baines?
Baines, it was good because he did it over 7 seasons at his best. So I'd just like to have him for 7 seasons, Dean, but
we'll see. Mad Welshman, we could see a lot of ins and outs this summer, which is needed. Exciting times, and I feel a solid planner in bronze and silver. I agree. Dan McKenna, how annoyed will you be when Morales starts the first friendly?
Well, you know what? Right, again, we talked about this before, didn't we? Saying Mount Morales and all those players.
Yeah.
If they come back, I just want the manager to say on day one, see that pitch over there? That's yours, lads. Do what you want. Get a bounty castle out if you want.
Because that might help them. Then Chase getting out the door quicker as well.
That's it. From day one, just be like, right,
this is the squad.
This is my squad. You're not part of it. Go over there. Sort your careers
out. He did do that last year though, didn't he?
That's what I want again this season. I want him to go. See that over there? You haven't got a future at this club. We made that quite clear. If you want to sit out your last year of your contract or whatever, then I can't do nothing about that. But if you want to find yourself a new club, go and find one and come back to and talk to us.
Stephen Kelly, do you think Everton could go down the same route as the RS and adopt a rotating 3? That's why we're looking at Neres and Lozano. Yes.
When you say, you mean a rotating as in the rotate positions? I think we spoke about that earlier on the season. You want 3 up front that you don't even notice, that can move around. You want 2 wide players, actually, who can come and join in the middle and
get on the end of stuff.
And your central player almost drops back, so you play a 4-3-1-2 at times as well, when it needs to be. Because if you watch Liverpool, Firmino, loads of times drops into the space. This is what he's so good at. He drops into that space and then he allows the fullbacks then to push up, and he doesn't even have to get back in the box because the other 2 have moved centrally because the fullbacks have gone wide. I'm giving you an insight here, lads, and that's how they do it. So that's how we've got to do it, and that means less reliance on Richarlison, Bernard being certainly on the other side. If we're going down the right, Bernard has got to start getting in for those tap-ins like he got against West Ham. He could get 7-8 goals a season doing that, and Richarlison could do that on the other side. I mean, think about how many times Seamus Coleman used to be in at the back post off Baines. That's what Bernard needs to do next season.
Lewis Caddick, would you have Daniel James from Swansea? Yeah, but he's going to United. Can Nooks and Kennedy, Dal, sell or loan? Well, I'd leave him and loan at Sheffield United now they're up if they want him. See how he gets on in the Premier League. Pat Dog. There you go. Pat Dog, I heard the Cockney Red Jay crying on the radio yesterday. It's not relevant, but it was enjoyable.
But you know what? If it's enjoyable.
If you've enjoyed it, then it can't. How can it be bad? Jay Wilson, how much would you take for Lookman in the summer?
Someone said that to Fred West.
Hey?
What was that?
How much would you take for Lookman in the summer?
35.
Okay. Dave Suggs, what did you think about Silva's decision to play Zuma over Jonjo? I think it's damning.
Yeah, well, I think it is, and I don't have a problem with it if that's how the manager feels. It also showed that he took the game very seriously as well and wanted to finish the season strong and not finish it with a defeat.
Chris Chappell, will we sell before we buy, or could we see some coming? I think we'll try and sell straight away to get that out, but I think if the opportunity's there to bring Gomez in straight away, I think they'll do that. I agree with Ped. I think Zuma may take longer, but I think they want them out straight away. EZ's in for Joe, BM, McCheese Wedge HD, both looking handsome.
I mean, that was a
thanks,
big,
mate.
I mean, you could have just called them McCheese Wedge.
Well, I could have.
I mean, I would have.
Thomas Bruce, seen the new shop in town selling the new retro kits. Look, boss.
Isn't that classic? Isn't that on the Abbott Dock? It's a pop-up, isn't it? I think it's only open for the rest of the week.
Is it? And then it's gone?
I think so, yeah.
Why?
Because it's a pop-up.
Yeah, but why has it only popped up now? Why isn't it continuing to pop up?
Because then it'd just be a shop.
Okay. Bonehead Lion, what do you think as Onyekuru's a direct replacement for Walcott?
He plays on the left, not on the right. So.
Vlasic is James Morgan. What about Vlasic?
Don't know. Why is Daniel Hayes' message retracted?
Don't know.
Why have you retracted it? What did you say?
Maybe he didn't like it. Maybe. Well, he's just said, what will we do with Kerr and Dal down here? But you've just missed the Dal song. Ian Cockgrave, do you think Usmanov is paying for the stadium? And why in other people's research after 20,000 people filling out forms saying yes? In certain, you're obviously talking about the next consultation. It has to be done legally. This one, I think, is more about stadium design and infrastructure, transport, I think, and other stuff around the ground.
There's a box and it needs ticking, and we're ticking it, essentially.
Sean O'Donnell, do you think ticket prices will fall when we move stadium? No, I think they'll go up. That's what I think. Fozzie 1878, think we need to sign squad players who fit the system better. Yeah. No offence to Theo, but when he comes off the bench for Richie, the team doesn't work as well, and we need a striker who can hold it up like DCL. Totally agree. Totally agree. If you could only AFC forever, if you could only keep one of Zuma or Gomez, which one would you do?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know, honestly.
It's a really tough one. I think if I had to choose one, I think I'd keep Gomez, because I think you could probably get someone similar to Zuma, but I think Gomez is a tough one.
I mean, if it was down to, like, you know, looks, then it would be Gomez.
Mitchell Bolton, what's more important, ins or outs for next season?
Well, ins are more important because it's about the team who plays for us, not the team who plays for someone else. But outs are obviously clearly very important because we've got too many players on big money festering, preventing us from having ins. So, yeah, and you want to clear the decks anyway. You want the club to just be like, we're not worrying about this player and that player, and you want to get to a point where we're not having to worry about that. We're not having to worry about money stagnating. That's £7 million a year or whatever it is. Just, wow, you know, it's sitting here. It might as well be in here, and we're swimming in it for as good. I mean, that would be better, and would actually be really good for YouTube.
Yes,
in terms of a video, but it's dead money. It's literally dead money, and we need to get rid of it.
Cam, all right, mate. Cam was watching. Where do you see Holgate next season?
West Brom if they get up. But,
Do you? Still
well,
think he'll stay there?
I think that'd be better, but I don't think they will get up. But
Don't
no,
you?
he could be an alternative for right back, couldn't he?
Would you take Sanchez from United or Deulofeu back as a Walcott replacement?
I'd take Deulofeu back. I wouldn't take Sanchez.
It's too expensive and he doesn't work hard enough anymore. I don't think. Personally, G. Carlin, it's difficult to find good players, especially if they're not in a Champions League. So keep our best players no matter what. But we also have to bring players in to take us up a level, otherwise we're going to be similar to what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Don't you? Do you think Will Cook, do you think Bernard should be given the opportunity to play as CAM instead of Gylfi? I think he could do that job.
Yeah.
I do, but he's never going to score the goals Gylfi does from that position, so you're losing something. Keith Powell says not 7 million a year, Ped, it's 20 plus million. Okay. It will be.
Just a rough top of my head estimate.
It will be. You know, Nick Muller, don't forget Tranmere tonight, the other team after Everton.
Couldn't care less.
Alright, good harsh. Favourite ever Toffee TV moment?
Well, you really need to ask.
It better not be when I nearly fell off the chair.
Oh,
you had that in slow-mo.
That was hilarious when Baz fell off the chair.
I quite like I like Dizzy Pens.
Dizzy Pens?
Dizzy Pens.
I like Destroying Sam Allardyce.
Sam Allardyce, I mean, Destroying Sam Allardyce was amazing. Brian Kenwright, Deulofeu, the most overrated player ever. He's got 13 goals this season.
Yeah, definitely not overrated.
No.
Definitely not overrated.
Not in our opinion.
Matured a little bit as well.
But there you go. CP, should we keep Balassi as Walcott?
No,
I think he's messing around.
No, you're messing, because that would be whatever.
I think he's messing around.
Well, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Please, please no players from Man U after their culling. I don't want any United players.
Don't want any of those players. Man United are shite. They're shite. Don't want any of their players. Wouldn't even look at them twice. No. They're shite.
Not a chance.
They're absolutely garbage.
Would not.
But we need to buy players that could get in, would be playing in those teams. That's where it's got to be.
I'm doing 5 more minutes, so get your last few questions in.
You know what?
Wayne Barrett, Jaffa Cakes. We haven't had any for ages.
Baz was going through the cupboards before, like a rat on heat looking for food.
What are rats on heats like? Did he go through cupboards looking for food?
They do. Because they've got the munchies, because they need, you know how many rats.
On Patreon, Simon Rouge or Rouse, do you think we will struggle to ship out the Deadwood?
Yeah.
All right.
Because they earn too much money.
Yeah.
So we might have to come up with good way. I mean, look, we tried to get rid of Cuco Martina. The deal was all set up, and it looks like he could be coming back.
And Morales, exactly the same.
They go and they're shite.
Gary Ward, hello, Gaz. Said sorry he's late. Teddy Sass.
What a name.
Best
Greatest name. Any name. There's no better name than Teddy Sass.
It's amazing. What profile of striker do you think we're looking to bring in?
One that can score goals.
Dom seems to have set the tone for how Marco plays. Like that, Teddy. Yeah. Similar to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but he can put the ball in the net. Lucas, with Spurs finishing almost the same amount as losses of us, is it possible for us to make the top 4 next season?
You've got to have that level of consistency to win games, haven't you? You've got to have that belief you can win games, which means you have no fear. That's what Tottenham have. They have no fear. They go out and play games of football thinking we're going to win it. But if it's 0-0 with 2 minutes to go and it becomes a basketball game, they're not asked.
Simon's funniest moment was you talking about Natalie Sawyer's breasts.
When was I talking about Natalie Sawyer's breasts?
Don't know, but...
Was I doing it in like a funny way? Or... was I just like full out talking about? I can't see me. Doesn't matter if it's Patreon or not. I need more information.
More info.
Who was that from?
Simon.
I liked it. Wasn't that when he was? I liked the conversation about. Wasn't it about Simon when we talking about what he was doing in Germany?
Don't know. And that was a good one, yeah. Would you take any fringe players from Barca on loan again?
Give me some, like Malcolm. People like that. Coutinho would have a little look at. Mealy
at 82, when's the next OB on? Friday. Paul Laughlin's good as Dominic's been. We need a 20 goal plus striker. We do.
Charlison, ole, ole, ole. What a day yesterday. Ped missed out on a big time on the coach home on hands. I couldn't get on the coach yesterday. No room. When I can't get on it, I can't get on it. I can't, I've got no favours to call in, unfortunately. She runs a tight ship, or coach.
If you could bring back one former player and put him...
If you could turn back time.
Who would it be and why?
Former player?
Yeah, and put him in the team.
Gary Lineker.
Yeah, oh my word.
Honestly, it would be Gary Lineker, because he is... And, all right, he wouldn't do the kind of things that Dom does, but if you want someone who could score goals and he was at his absolute peak when he played for us...
Can be dead or alive. Well, obviously Dixie Dean. But Lineker would be incredible, because Lineker was...
I didn't get to see Dixie Dean, I know he's an amazing footballer, blah, blah, blah. But Gary Lineker, man.
Lineker
he was a
was
player.
amazing.
He was a player.
Do you expect more MLS players to start coming to the Premier League? Yes, if they continue to keep taking them from South America, which is what they're doing. Yes, indeed, says Lindelof is good. Brian...
He's not though, he's not. They're all shite. Don't be fooled by this nonsense the Sky and BT serve up to you. They're not. If they were good, they'd be good. They're shite.
Brian Kenwright, Timo Werner, yes. Raghav Khanna says you wouldn't take Lukaku back.
I said before, I'd take reasonably sized Lukaku. I wouldn't have Mark Henry Lukaku, because he's not good to anybody.
Jack Welsh, would Lacazette be a good signing?
Well, he would, yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't signing him.
David Neres is very, very good, says Keith Powell. Yes, he is. Joe McKenna, what style of football would you rather see at Everton? Tiki-taka or counter-attack?
I think as long as you're pressing and you're getting in teams' faces, then I think that suits me.
Yeah. CP, Giroud or Deco? Dzeko.
Oh, who?
Dzeko.
Oh, Dzeko.
Yeah.
Giroud. I mean, come on. Look at him. Look at him. And he's younger.
Can we get another Pez live stream where Pez calling people in the comments nonsense?
When did that happen?
When are you doing this?
I don't know.
This at 3 o'clock in the morning when you think no one's watching. Not on Trophy TV. No, he can do it on his own channel.
It wasn't.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be.
I don't think that they got anyone announced.
Who's your favourite Everton striker in the last 10 years? Yakubu for me, all day long. All day. Yours will be Lukaku.
Yeah, but
Yakubu
was unbelievable.
He was, I love him. What do you think? Stephen Dutton, what do you think of Richarlison's Paul Mason put down tweet?
Tremendous.
Awesome. Fozzie, 1878. Gary Lineker. They did used to call him Lineker. Mark Henry Lukaku. Well, he is. He certainly is. Zuma or Prime Diston off Everton 2000?
Diston, just because of his milk round. I mean, the man could hold down a milk round. He was a tennis coach and he was a top centre back all in one go. And he fronted up someone in the ground.
And he went to the street centre, fronted up.
Anyone's ever done.
Incredible.
Let's be honest. That's the best thing anyone has ever used social media for.
Will said you did it at midnight once with a classic option file. You know what? Get a grip.
No, I don't think I called anyone a nonce. Why would they call?
Well, why would Will make it up?
But I don't.
Why would Will make it up? Well, Will's not sat there going, I know, I'll make up that time that Pez was live streaming and calls. He hasn't made it up, has he? He's literally...
Who did I call? Alright, I want a proof of who I called a nonce.
Why I called them it. It's not like he records everything you do and then remembers it, is he? He's just remembered that.
I mean, alright, well then take those facts into account then. Well, I remember 112. It wouldn't last, would it? So I need facts, evidence.
Tommy H, would you wouldn't bring back Anton Alcaraz?
I wouldn't bring him back as a steward. I wouldn't bring. Because he couldn't. Imagine there's a pitch invader and Alcaraz tried to get the pitch invader off. It wouldn't last 5 minutes.
What do you want for next year's kit from Brian Kenwright? For this to be blue. I'd love us to have an amber away kit, but we haven't got one. But that's what I'd love it to be. James Dunlop, the yak was boss. He certainly was. Yeah, Will's even got to link the video. Send it. Just well in Will. Just fronting it up big time. CP, we might try and sign Malcolm again from Barcelona. We might if Luckman and Walcott go. But I think they're looking at, you know what, mate? I honestly think they're looking at players that aren't even really getting reported.
Jack, I'm going to say we're even real then.
Well, maybe. Well, listen. Liverpool tried to sign Thingy from Dream Team, didn't he? So there you go. Jack Boot Badger, calm down. Yeah, I mean,
you found us by accident.
Literally, you've just come in at the end and missed what was going on. And finally, yes, indeed, what striker would you sign that at the age Brands is looking at? Someone like Augustin, Werner, those type of players, but who knows? He's the man, isn't he? That's why he's paid the big money.
Big bucks.
Fozzie, I know Fozzie I was as well, mate. And Shay Hoffy, oh, sorry Shay, I'll just call you Shay H. Where do you think we'll finish next season in the league? Top 6.
Top.
Imagine it. Don't jump out of it. They sent the link, I'll be checking that in a bit. Let me make that live. Where are we? Joe McKenna, do you think Hasenhüttl will want Lookman at Southampton?
No.
He's been linked with them, though, hasn't he?
Someone who runs.
He's been linked with them, hasn't he? EFC forever, do you fully trust Brands? Need to click that. Do you fully trust Brands?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are these? Jordan, more of these live. We will, mate. We do them every day, Jordan, on Patreon, by the way. Josh Jackson, can Dean ever be as good as Baines in his prime? Yes. Everton 2000, Anthony Gordon or Ellis Sims. Both, hopefully. Do you call him? She says she'll call you, but doesn't. No.
Send her a message. Send her a message. Just say, what are you up to?
Yeah. Just say if you just called me, I missed your call.
Just take the initiative.
Yeah.
Take the initiative.
See, listen, mate, have a go. And if she's really fit, make sure you call her. If she swerves, yeah, bomber. T. Carlin, Raphael Lau. I've seen him, he looks quite lively. And we've been linked with him, so I don't know. Titty is on the transfer list. Do you think we should have a go? He's just bricked it at Anfield, didn't he?
And he'll fit in with us.
Tommy 8, if you could only sell one player this season, who would you choose?
Sandro.
Yeah. Keith Powell, I was at Wembley in '68 when we wore the amber kit. Yes. What a kit, though. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry, Sean. It's pronounced hockey. It's amazing, Sean. Hockey. Amazing pronunciation. Prospects of top 4. We've reined them in. If Arsenal aren't solving problems, Chelsea got a big transfer fan, and Ole's at the wheel. Looks like the final credits to the Italian job. We could quite. We just don't know, though, do we? Because we don't know what we're going to be starting with in terms of what the squad looks like. Rooney goal versus West Ham halfway line, or his first goal via Arsenal? His first goal via Arsenal, Dan. The halfway line West Ham was incredible, but his first goal against Arsenal was amazing.
Sorry, you might get a close-up now of your groin, but it's alright.
I mean, I've got something there, so it's okay. Grealish from Villa. You like him, don't you?
I think he's all. I mean, he needs to sort his hair out.
Yeah, his hair's a disgrace.
Like he signs, and he's got like a peaky behind his cap, then we'll have words. But
last one, Tom Walsh. Do you think if Tony Hibbert was Brazilian, he could bang in free kicks, he would have signed for a team like Real Madrid?
There's a close.
Brilliant.
No, what a really.
But Duncan Ferguson.
One chance.
No, Jack Welsh would Duncan Ferguson make a good manager.
You had one chance to you know, make a name for yourself, and you wasted it on that. Would you go for Aaron Moy?
No.
No.
Session?
No.
No. Mitrovic? No. Rooney could have done a job as the number 9. Off the bench he could have. He couldn't have started with this team. Why did? Because that's Ped.
I was checking my phone.
He wanted me groin.
It's for some reason. The battery's on its
right.
Side.
That's it.
My
missus is texting me saying, when are you coming home? So I'm going. Do you think Norwich will consent? No. I think Norwich will struggle. Rondon, no thank you. Was his testimonial goal staged from Fozzie? No, we hit it too well.
I don't know.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget, we'll be doing this every day on Patreon. It's the place to be.
It is the place to be.
We'll be doing a few more on YouTube, but mostly they'll be on Patreon. But we thought we'd just do this today, so that everyone can get all their, you know, post-season views out quickly. But thanks for the comments. We'll catch you later.